Welcome back. Time now for The Clash. And this week, Prince Andrew's accuser, Virginia Roberts, filed a lawsuit in New York for alleged sexual abuse, claiming she was trafficked by convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein in 2001. She alleges she was abused by the Duke of York on 3 occasions when she was 17, having been compelled by express or implied threats by the royal, Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Andrew, who has always categorically denied the claims, has been lying low in Balmoral and reportedly stonewalled Virginia's legal team for 5 years. But amid increased pressure for him to respond to the accusations in court, it should be clear to the royal family that this scandal is not going away and it could have seismic repercussions. Joining me tonight is Ingrid, Seward, editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine, who thinks the monarchy will be able to rebound, having weathered a slew of controversies before. But Graham Smith, chief executive of Republic, believes one misstep by the Queen or other senior royals in their management of the crisis could spell disaster. Graham Smith, I'm not for a single second defending Prince Andrew. I think the way that he has behaved has been utterly appalling. I think he's brought shame to the royal family. I think he's shamed his mother. And I think the way that he's dealt with the Epstein scandal from start to finish makes it look as if he's got something to hide. At the same time, though, Graham, I don't feel like the British public and the international public actually connect the travails of Prince Andrew directly with the monarchy. I think the monarchy is associated with the Queen and Prince Charles and Prince William. But why am I wrong?
Well, I mean, I think there are a number of reasons why. I mean, yes, they have weathered other scandals in the past. This is far worse, far, far worse. Mm-hmm. I mean, if the case in America that they've now launched goes against him, that is plunging them into a very serious crisis.
Is it worse than the king being a Nazi sympathiser?
I'm sorry?
Is it worse than the king being a Nazi sympathiser?
I mean, that was in a different age when people weren't really familiar with what was going on. A lot of that came out much later. I mean, this is something which is happening now in the modern era, in the era where everybody can get all this news 24/7. Everyone's got an opinion on social media. And also, I think that you're right that when you said that the monarchy is the Queen. I think to some extent, yes, okay, it's Charles as well, but the Queen is their heat shield, if you like. She is the person that protects the monarchy, and, you know, she's not going to be around probably by the end of this decade. We'll have King Charles.
Oh, don't even say it. Don't even say it. She's going to go strong for 20 or 30 years. I think she'll be the oldest living woman. She's healthy.
We're going to have King Charles, and Charles has also been silent on this. And part of the problem here is that, I mean, a few months ago, Meghan Markle and Harry were doing that interview. In the run-up, accusations suddenly came out accusing Meghan Markle of bullying. Within hours, the palace was saying, right, we're going to launch an inquiry. We're going to be looking into this, taking it very seriously. And then, you know, as far as I know, they're still doing that. I don't know whether they followed through on it. This has been going on for 10 years, and the monarchy itself has simply stonewalled, said nothing, you know, made excuses. The only time, when Andrew finally sort of, you know, got pushed into retirement was because he did that disastrous interview, not because of all the accusations and allegations that have been going on and chasing him for the last decade.
No,
so
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So Ingrid, Seward, isn't Graham Smith right? The way the royal family has dealt with having someone in their midst, the Duke of York, who's connected to this scandal, who is refusing to speak with the FBI, has just been abhorrent. And then remember, the Queen, who actually leads the family, remains very personally close to Andrew, and she's seen him all the time. She's with him at Balmoral right now. Have they botched their handling of this, and could it actually lead to serious reputational damage to the monarchy?
Well, I never thought I'd agree with Graham, but over the years we've disagreed a lot. For once, I do agree with him. I think this is very serious, but I think there's a groundswell of feeling, certainly in this country, and funnily enough, even in America, that it is, you know, Andrew has not yet been proven guilty. And I think that until that actually happens, that there's going to be some sympathy for him. I think the interview was so disastrous because he just showed no remorse. But subsequently to that, he appears to have shown some remorse, and he's obviously acting entirely on what his lawyers are telling him to do. What else can he do? He has to do what he's told to by his legal team, or else he's really...
Well, no, he doesn't, Ingrid. He doesn't, though. That's not true, is it? If this bloke had balls and he had nothing to hide, he would say tomorrow, I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to go to New York. I will spend as much time with the FBI as they need because I want to clear my name and my reputation, and I want to see justice done for these trafficked girls. If he had nothing to hide, why would he not do that?
Well, I don't really understand the legal situation in New York, but the last thing I would want to do is get on a plane and go and talk to the FBI. We've seen enough movies to know that they're not the easiest people to talk to, and that's surely why you employ expensive lawyers. Obviously, they should be taking instruction from him. I mean, I'm not really sticking up for him. I'm trying... No,
I understand the point that you're making. But can I just ask, Ingrid, do you agree with Graham Smith that this is the worst scandal that the royal family have ever encountered?
I agree with Graham that it could be the worst scandal. It is potentially the worst scandal, but at this particular moment, no, it is not the worst scandal they've encountered. But if he is proven guilty and has to stand in a court of law, or whether it's in the UK or here, yes, I think it would be absolutely disastrous.